Right guys, it's 5th of September down on the micro orchard. You can see the fruit is ripening beautifully. Look at these, there's only two on, but that's a heritage apple, Pears good nonsuch. That name's fantastic, isn't it? Pears good nonsuch, beautiful name. Quick look over at the pear. That's Concord. I was talking to a friend over in Norway who sent me a few signs of Selena pear, I think it is. There's the graft there. So Helen, I don't know if you're watching this, but here's two growths that came from this graft here, and they're there, and I would say they're 2.5 foot long. So the plan is to take some more cuttings or some more cyanwood and then do a couple more grafts, and hopefully we'll have 3 varieties, because we've actually got, this turned out, I was told it was Concord cyanwood, but it turns out it's Conference. Look at that, you can see the difference between that and the Concord. Smooth skin, no russeting. Yeah, so it's positive, because they're the wife's favourite pear actually. She much prefers the Conference to Concord, which it's the way around with me, so it's going to work out well. Right, anyway, so we've just got back from a few days away, and my mate's been helping me. Well, he's lifted all these for me this afternoon. These are the Sarpo Miras. And it's variable. They're not as big as I would have liked. There are some pretty decent ones, and they seem to be reasonably free of sort of slug damage or anything like that. So I'm going to get them bagged up now. I mean, it's not a bad crop overall. There's plenty on, as you can see, some real nice big ones over there. So I'll just got to sort them out anyway, roughly, get them bagged up, and then of course I'll have to come down and just have a bit of a weeding session, get these dandelions out, and then I think at some point I'll probably just sheet it over with black polythene. On that side I'm hoping to have some spring cabbages, just 1 row to plant out, and so there'll be those and the leeks in that side. This side I'm just going to cover it over. I'm thinking I am going to go ahead with removing this thornless blackberry, and then the idea will be to use that trellis for squash, pretty much, you know, kind of exclusively really. That's what I'm thinking just now. If you've got any ideas, drop me a comment down below. What would you do with that space? But that's what I'm thinking. As you can see, I showed this tree before, and you can see that I'm coming down, well, every day or every other day, and picking up the fruit. I've got 2 trays full so far. I must have thrown the same away. That's just, well, it's mainly been pecked. You won't be able to see from here, but because the trees got so high, the jackdaws are coming in about 10 at a time and just pecking the fruits. And then of course that's it, they're destroyed. There's no way I'll be able to use them. So that's another reason why I need to reduce the height, then they're maybe less likely to come down onto the fruit. So anyway, I'm going to get these spuds bagged up. Right guys, so I've been through those 2 rows, and you can see this is a 25 kilo sack, and you know, it's not far from the top, and this is the biggest one. I'm not sure what that weighs. It was about maybe 6 or 8 like that, and some others not too far off, you know, kind of this type of thing. So all in all, I'm pretty pleased. So what I'm going to do is go through them again. Now all these little ones, I'll pull those out and just see, maybe my mate wants those for his chickens to peck at. And then all the kind of this sort of stuff, I'm going to take some seed potatoes out, and then the rest of them, you know, either use or give to friends and family, so I'll get on with that now. So there's a bit of catching up. I've got some grass to cut down here. I managed to do this bit before we went away. Probably need to tie up this asparagus really, so that it dies back into the crown, you know. Need to take the dead wood out of the loganberries, so that definitely needs doing. And I'm sort of in two minds. Obviously I'm going to weed this bed out here, like I said. A row of spring cabbage, or 2/3 of a row down here, and then I'm just going to cover this with polythene. I'm in two minds whether to actually plant the squash through the polythene. Anyway, we'll see, but that's my plan for next year there. I think I'm going to predominantly grow squash. Might have a row of those Nicola potatoes because they're fab. I love those, or half and half with rocket. Fruit was all, yeah, so I'm in two minds about whether to, you know, obviously I want this fruit to stay on the tree as long as possible, but it's dropping so quickly. It's not so bad now that I've grassed over, because it's not getting damaged as much, you know. It's just where it hits hard objects, you know, it bruises, and then it's just it won't keep until I like to press around beginning of October, and anything that's dropping at home on the patio is just knackered. It's just rotting within days, you know. These pink cuttings I did, they did very well. They even got some flowers, which is quite unusual, but they're looking great, you know. So I'm going to get a good flower, you know, a lot of flowers off those next year, and hopefully I'll extend it a wee bit more, because this old patch, that's going to come out, and I'm just going to grass it like, you know, I have done, and it just makes it much easier to manage really. Right, I think that's it for now, guys. Guys, it's 7:15 in the evening now, back home. I don't know if you can hear it. I mean, if you look, can you see the fig tree blowing around there? There's some really strong winds right now. The weird thing is it's quite warm, you know. Anyway, back in the greenhouse here, and I think I showed this last time I was filming, this blight. Well, if you look now, you can see it's spreading quite a bit more, and so I think I've decided I'm going to take these two cherries out. So can you see on the table over there, I've just picked a nice ball off, mostly not all right, but certainly beginning to ripen. But it's definitely, I mean, it's not going to spread to the Crimson Crush because they're blight resistant, but yeah, it doesn't look in good nick, does it? So I'm going to take it out now while it's nice and cool this evening, because we're forecast really, really warm up here tomorrow, 26 degrees or something like that. Right guys, it's 6:30 in the morning, 6th of September, so I'm back down on the micro orchard as planned. Got my spuds in the wheelbarrow, came down in the van, so I'm going to get these loaded in. That's the very first job. Then I'm going to come and get the weed out of here, tidy this up. Maybe not, maybe just this side, probably do the other side another day. I want to get that asparagus tied in, get the loganberries, the old canes, fruiting canes cut out, probably the same with the blackberry, and then we'll see where we're up to. But well, let's clean that up. Okay, you can see I've taken there's a huge pile of dead, well, they're not all dead canes actually, I'll explain. So the blackberry, I cut most of it out, even some of the new canes. I've left two just in case I change my mind. I don't think I will. I think it's going to come out, and like I say, I'm going to use that for growing squash, you know, training up there. So I just need to come back at some point, just clean this little bit here up. Then I've got the asparagus tied back up, which is good, because, you know, we're getting gales come and snap it off, then all that goodness isn't going to go back down into the crown to feed it for next year. So I've got all those tied in and supported. You see now that trellis is pretty much bare. I've left one in just at the end here, loganberry. So there's actually 3 I've cut right back. I'm intending to dig them out, and then the plan for this, the rest of the frame, is actually those. I don't know if you, in an early video, I'll put a link up somewhere. I had 2 fig cuttings. They're now 2 years old and they're doing really well. So my plan is to bring them down here. So this is where the loganberry is here. So I'll probably kind of plant it here, this side, or something like that. Or maybe, you know, maybe there, I don't know. Anyway, so the idea is that two figs, you know, once they kind of get mature a bit, should fill that gap easily. And then the idea being I can manage them better, because I can train them along the trellis and then put a net over them to protect them from the birds. And also I think with figs, they're more rain tolerant. You know, you get a heavy day's rain on loganberry, it knackers them pretty much, it rots the fruit. So, you know, with our high rainfall up here in South Cumbria, I'm starting to, you know, I'm always trying to look for different options that are more tolerant, and figs definitely are more tolerant of high rain. So now just need to get these asparagus re-supported. You know, they've got a bit blown around a bit, so I'll get those tied back in. You can see the hedge here. These asparagus here have never shifted at all, so that windbreak is definitely working, you know. So hopefully, you know, in a few more years, once that yew gets up a bit more and I've got some more hazel I can put in, that is definitely going to provide shelter, and I might even take it around here a bit as well. We'll see. Anyway, long-term plans and all that. That's about it for this one. Just have a well-earned cup of tea now and get finished off, and then back home to finish off with a few jobs there before the sun gets too high in the sky and it becomes a bit uncomfortable. So take care as always. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye for now.